Hello everyone, welcome. This is gonna be a long one, a very short yet, but I hope you're well. Everything is good. I hope you're hearing my voice. Let me check if there is any sound issues. You can just comment if there is any audio issues, and if you're getting me clearly also, just say something. Just say something. Say hello. Say good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning from wherever you're watching us from. This is going to be a long but interesting live. So, usually we do live, very lengthy, extensive live because it's a training session and we're just trying to learn from each other and ensure that we are getting skills from different locations. So I'm just going to introduce myself. I'm Mwenge Swale and I'm a creative designer. I am a web developer. I am a video creator, filmmaker. I'm a good photographer. I'm a graphic designer, many things. So I combine all those because these are skill-based things that I possess, and I thank God that it's not been an easy thing to achieve all this, because you always have to be persistent and look out for what is trending, what is new, and acquire that skill so you can be able to really look out to the next available opportunity. And so I'm just going to let us know that we are in the AI period, and this period is really scary, and people are scared. People are still afraid of what's going to happen to my career if I don't know AI, if I don't know anything. Well, you should be scared. If you are not yet scared, you should be running. So without wasting too much time, just going to really share a bit. I usually also do some random searches on ChatGPT just to see, before we jump into anything, like what is really happening out there. And the reality of things is that I'll share this screen so we can be able to see what is actually happening out there, right? So I asked ChatGPT, just list for me the jobs that are at risk. The jobs that are at risk if the person who has those jobs right now doesn't master AI skills. And this is really scary. So ChatGPT gave me an answer, and this answer is very detailed and so specific. So, and at the end of the day, it gives you even resolutions like what to look out to, skills that you should be able to know. This session is going to be like coding and building a web application that is an e-commerce store. But I just want us to appreciate the technology that you're using so you can be able to know exactly what is at hand that we are messing up with. So the thing is, jobs most at risk if AI skills are not adopted. We have administrative and clerical jobs. Those are at very high risk. So the jobs that we were talking about, data entry clerks, receptionists, office assistants, schedulers, transcriptions, basic customer support, those people who are consultants, doing all these kinds of jobs. Why is it at risk? AI automates repetitive tasks, schedules, transcriptions, and document handling. Everything that you talk about, that it's already handled over here with AI, and you can be able to see that AI is doing all this. So when you look at another thing is marketing and social media roles, which is that basic content creators, caption writers, social media assistants, simple graphic designers using, Canva level tasks. So it's pointing out, like, you're a simple graphic designer using, the tools like Canva. Your job is at risk, right? Because AI can create posts, generate graphics, schedule content, and analyze performance automatically without you being there, right? Yeah, so if you are employed and you know that job that you're doing, you are an office assistant, then just know that you are at a very high risk of losing that job if you don't master AI skills. Another thing is customer service and call centers, support agents, chat agents, BPO, call center staff. All these people are also, 80%. We have AI chatbots that can handle 80% routine queries faster and cheaper. So junior graphic designers, video editors, basic Photoshop editors, template-based designers, simple video editors. Those people who are using those, who think that they possess those skills and they think that they have really, they have a job that they've secured. Your job is at a very high risk. So it's just a simple understanding of what it is. So because AI tools like Midjourney, Dale, Runway, and Adobe Firefly automate 60-90% of low skill design tasks. So you need to have the best skills that you can be able to possess, so that you can be able to really retain that job. But if you are on the junior entry level, basic Photoshop, basic things, then you are going to lose that job unless you have AI skills. Junior programmers, routine coders. So we have bug fixers, template developers, routine front-end coders. So we are in our, this is our area, you see. So you need to look at, if you are template developers. For example, you are using WordPress all over, every time you're using WordPress. Now we are having technology that is able to develop better websites, better themes, better systems. AI can generate boilerplate code, debug, and even build prototypes. Accounting and bookkeeping assistants. This is another field that is at risk. And if you still think that you have a job with this skill, then you are at a very high risk, you see. Basic accountants, ledger entry, invoice processing, expense tracking. AI-driven accounting automates reconciliation, invoicing, and financial summaries. So all these are already taken by AI. Let's say you are in sales assistant and telemarketers. You see, outbound call agents, lead qualification agents. So why? AI can prospect, qualify leads, and automate outreach. This is really, really scary. Data entry analysts, low-level basic report makers, spreadsheet workers. You remember that time when you were talking about there's a time where you finished high school, and for you to go to the next level, you must learn something called Microsoft Office. That time is already history, right? Because if you think that by you understanding how to build those spreadsheets and those basic level accounting skills, then AI has already overtaken you. You are already overtaken by events. So AI automates data cleaning, reporting, dashboard generation, and insight extraction. So you see, your job is already at risk. Without having these kind of things, then you're losing. Paralegals and research assistants, people who are giving those consultancy jobs. I am for example, I say I can write a proposal for seeking funding from those non-government organizations. I can come up with a proposal that is geared towards pooling funds and all those. I can come up with the research. Paralegals and research assistants, like for example, legal researchers, document preparers, compliance assistants. AI can analyze cases, draft documents, and pull legal references. So this is just to give you an exact impression of what AI is doing. And when people say that we are scared that we will lose our jobs because of the advent of AI, then they are really serious, because the threat is real, right? And just look around you. Jobs are already leaving the market. And those who are retaining those jobs are the ones who are acquiring the latest skills in this technological setup. So we have writers and translators, people who are doing those transcription jobs. The people who, like for example, the immigrants, you've left your country and you've gone to a different country, and there are people who are helping, the translation and those kind of things. Those jobs are really, they were hot cake before AI. Now With AI, those jobs are simply out. And then you have basic blog writers, simple translators, copywriters, without niche expertise. If you don't have a niche that you're focusing on, then you're as well, you don't have anything to do. Why at risk? AI writes and translates faster than humans. Unless you bring creativity, strategy, or uniqueness, then you really cannot do anything. You cannot outmaster this AI. What jobs are safe if you master AI skills? This is the part where it is really, really important for us to master. AI doesn't replace people. People who use AI replace people who don't. So if you get to master the skills in AI, whichever field you are, and you add that value, then you're going to retain that job, right? The person who didn't have the skills and were possessing those positions, they are the ones who will lose that job. And we're not talking about just employment. It means that you have the ability to really create your own, what you call it, your own field, your own business. You become an entrepreneurial kind of mogul. You become somebody who is focused at building businesses, building brands, and doing those kind of things. So if you learn AI tools, these jobs become safer. You see, jobs like AI assisted content strategist. So you need to bring something called a content, a strategy. You need to be very creative. Add that human element in you, so that you can be able to move to the next step, and then you can be able to really convince people that you deserve that job. There is AI powered video editors, creative director. You need to bring that creativity in you. Prompt engineer, this is really hot cake. If you don't know how to write those prompts, then how are you going to really generate nice prototypes, for example, for websites? How are you going to really generate nice designs for graphic designers? How are you going to really come up with crazy reports for those people who are doing those kind of researches and those kind of things? AI integrated developer, you need to know these things. Data analysts and AI workflow designers. Digital marketer using AI automation, product manager with AI skills. AI consultant, trainer, high-end graphic designer, all these things. And you have ChatGPT, you can do it for yourself. Just go make your own research so they can be able to understand. So how to learn AI step by step within 90-day roadmap. How do you do this? You just, ChatGPT gives you everything. And of course, it's not like everything that is here is cast to stone. You have to also use your brain, right? There are things that are really not applicable in your environment. There are things that are really applicable. So you need to also look into those different aspects. So we have learn the AI fundamentals. There's a schedule that is giving you how AI can do, what AI can do, and what it cannot do. Understanding the large language models like ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini, and etc. How prompting works, basic automation concepts, tools like ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini, and Perplexity. You need to know. You need to use these things. They are free options for these things, So when you use them, that's how you begin. The same way you started learning how to use Google, that is the same way. Like you're starting from that kind of a level, so know how to do that. Learn prompting, 2 weeks, writing all these things. You need to know how to do this, system prompts, persona prompts, multi-step logical prompts, all these things. And the tools that you're supposed to use are these, and then you can be able to see next step, all those kind of things. Master AI for your profession, 30 to 45 days. If you are a designer, using Midjourney, Dale, Runaway, all those kind of things. So these are some of the areas that you need to look into and focus really into before you start saying that AI is taking our jobs. Before you reach that level where you're saying AI is taking our jobs, you need to really think deeper and apply these skills, apply these practical skills. Take time to study and then move to the next level, right? Practical skills. So I'm just confirming whether the audio is there, and I'm seeing it's actually there. So when you look at those kind of things, you will realize that really it's just about time we focus on doing something that really brings that kind of, how you can monetize your AI skills. Offer AI consulting, sell prompts, build websites using AI. That's what we are doing. Of course, we're not making money out of it. We're just doing it just to create awareness that these systems really are there, and you can be able to do such and such a kind of thing. And today we are going to do an e-commerce store using another AI tool. The AI tool that we are using today is Try. Before, we did an invoice generation system, and that one we used Casa. We did a freelance CRM system. We did that using Casa. The other time we did a Charma or Circle system. You can check them in the playlist for Build with AI. And then if you want also those source codes, you can just reach out to me. Of course, the links, I still haven't uploaded them anywhere, but if you want them, definitely we can discuss about that. And then this one now, we're going to build a fresh one. And this is going to be a very lengthy, inshallah, it will be a very short video, but we're going to do something good with this video because we will really try to use shortcuts, so that we don't stay here until tomorrow in the morning. We'll try to use some shortcuts to ensure that we deliver. So without really eating into too much time, I will just jump into the system and then begin my presentation. Begin where we are supposed to start. So we are going to start with Try. This is Try. This is the interface of Try. Try is one of the IDEs. The system, IDE sounds like IED. It is IDE. Anyway, it's a code editor. I'll stop using this thing. It's a code editor that you can use to build just by chatting with it, because it has an agent that when you chat with, you're able to then let that agent create the code that you want. And that code is just, another word for the website or the web application. So I'll take you through the steps. Step number 1, we will look at an e-commerce store. We'll come with all these processes. We'll go through together from 1 until the time we finish. I've already created a folder, as you can see down here. This is the sorry, I've not created anything. I created actually and didn't drag it over. So I'm just going to drag that folder. This is the folder. So the IDE, I'm just going to authorize it. The IDE code editor. We've created this, it's called e-commerce website. There is an option when you open Try, you have to go to, I think I should just start with showing you exactly where to go, so you can be able to start. I'm assuming that everybody has already watched the past episodes. So try.ai. When you go to try.ai, that's the site where you get this AI tool. And here you will be able to see the levels of products that they have. They have Try Solo, Try IDE, Try Plugin. So the Solo, I've not tested it. The IDE is the one that I have. The plugin is the one that you incorporate with other code editors like Visual Studios. So when you have that, you just need to come here, download it, and then you can create an account. When you create an account, you have to ensure that you subscribe. We have 2 options so far. Those options are these ones, the free one and the pro one. You have 3 payment modes, 2 payment modes I mean. You have the monthly one and the annual one. So when you are in this free one, you can try the free one, which is like, it has all these features. and then you can choose to go with the Pro one, which is what I'm using right now. So the Pro one is starting at $3, but you can, the next month, the following month, you start paying $10, right? And when you come here, really you can read about everything. I really don't want to base this video on this, like giving all the stories about this system. You can have your time, go through it, create an account, download the thing, and then you can jump in and really start with the system. So once you've signed in, you have your system ready, you will see this. So what I do is on the launch, the landing page of the home page or whatever, when you launch that software, it will bring you that home page, and then you'll see the options. You can create a project, you can import a project, you can create a file, you can do all those things. So what I did is I go to a location where I want to save that project. Maybe it's in the desktop, it's in an external drive, or it's in the documents folder. So I create a folder there, I name it, and then I drag that folder into this system. So that's what I just did, and then you have eCommerce here. This is the folder. On the left side, you will see all these options. There's a different interface here. The interface here is slightly different from the interface that you've seen with the other. So right now we have, we are in this solo free access live, or something, I don't know. So there is this, you can switch to be in solo or in IDE. Switch to, now this one is solo, then you have all these options. This interface looks like this, new solo agent. So I didn't sign up for that solo, I signed up for the IDE. So when you switch just here, it will toggle from IDE to solo. So now we are in the IDE, the code editor. The left side, you will see this is where you have the Explorer, where you have all the files, you have all the codes will be over here. In the middle one, this is where whichever you select, this is where you write your code. But because you're not going to write any code, the system is going to develop it for us using this chat section here. So when you're in this chat section, this is where you see everything. Like this is where you'll be engaging with the agent. This is where you'll be chatting. And this agent is dealing with different models, different whatever, those models. So you can be able to toggle and then see the models that are in here, just below here. We have all those, so I just put it on automatic, so we can be able to use the best one that gives the best responses. So we have Gemini Pro, Kimi, GPT-5 Medium, all this Sonnet and everything, DeepSeek, which all those things. I think they removed Sonnet. Sonnet was there before, but they removed it for some reason, you don't know. So I'm just going to put, I think I should put auto mode. Yeah, it was max, but what is the difference anyway? I've never tested the differences in those things. So we have this interface with us. And now we say that we'll start by going to sample out e-commerce sites, and then together we can see how really that ideation stage comes in. This is a stage that you as a designer, a web designer, not a developer, you see, a web designer, you go use Figma, and it takes you quite some, few weeks to really complete everything, designing, you just design everything. And then that prototype now you come and then do, if you're not the developer, you can give a web developer to now then do the code for that. That's the system. Here, what you're going to do, because you don't have that kind of luxury or time or anything, we are going straight to do what? We will go and build by getting, so we are building from the end. We are looking at websites that are really looking nice, and then we are taking screenshots of those websites. And then we are coming here, and then we want to put it there. So we know an e-commerce has a landing page, and a landing page has a list of products that are there. So featured products, different, all those categories. You can imagine a website like Alibaba, it's an e-commerce. It's a web application, yeah? And that is why we use original language to do this. So we do that. we sample a site like that, or you go to Amazon, you do the same. That's an e-commerce system. You take the pictures and then you simply come and then start discussing here. So without going too much into the details, let's do it practically so we can be able to see how fast we can do this. And I'm thinking we're going to stream this thing for maybe 2 hours or 1 hour. So if you really are, having that, you don't have that kind of time, we will really be here for quite some time. You can be coming or you can stay here for the longest. But if because we are engaged with other things, I understand. And I appreciate if you're here to, from now until the time we finish this. I really, really appreciate your presence over here. It encourages me to even push myself and really do more research and give you authentic content. So we'll go and then just sample some of the e-commerce platforms or websites. So we're just googling and then we see. So we have Wix. Of course, I don't want to use Wix. We have Amazon. We have OpenCart, ASOS, Apple, Best Buy. I am not seeing anything that is looking good. AliExpress. Okay. Let me see. So we're just going to, okay. Usually I go to Dribble, but today I decided to do some crazy ways of finding out these things. Okay, website examples. Yeah. So yeah, we are just randomly going into the system and then just finding things. So we will see a website, and that website, if it really is appealing to us, we will build from that inspiration. So I don't know, should it be just an IT-based e-commerce store, or a grocery-based with some AI features? We want those kind of things. Just let's think out of the box. I think ChatGPT should help us. Let me come back here. I was here. I'm still not seeing something crazy, but I thought I saw something good up here. Also, it's about voting. So visit site. Let's visit the site. We just went to I think awards or something. I think people are just building. So here, this site looks nice. I've not really gone far beyond it, but it really looks nice. This is I think it's a brand for clothes. It's a clothing line. I think I'm seeing some very nice famous guys here, like Chunks, Speed, I'm seeing Davido. So it's really, I think we should do this site, right? So I don't know the owner of this site. I don't know the Kick Games. I know nothing about, we just came and we found this site, right? We're just searching it. So we will attempt to build this site. I'm not promising you that we will build exactly this site, but I'm just saying that we will attempt to build this site, right? And we'll build it with the help of AI. So I'm seeing all these kind of dynamic, interactive, everything here looks nice. Okay. So we'll begin by screenshotting the homepage. We don't know the back end, how it looks like. We don't know how the cart system looks like. We know nothing. We just see the homepage and we see it looking nice. So I'm going to take screenshots, just random screenshots. This is the homepage. Okay, so I've taken that part. I'm going to check this part as well. So as we're doing this, I'll be just talking some random stuff. So when you look at the application we are using right now, the application we're using is called Try. We discussed other platforms before. including platforms like Windsurf. We compared the pricing, we compared the features, we compared the different variations when you look at how the interactive, how everything is. Like, some of these systems really hallucinate, and that's why we said you really need to have something called prompt engineering skills, so you can be able to do something about it. If you don't know how to give proper prompts, how do you expect to get proper results? So as we do these things practically, so the testimonials, I think, not testimonials, feedback. Testimonials look like it's so corporate-ish, so yeah. These images are just too much. But the more, the merrier. So give as much details or information as you can. So we are going to use visual. Me, sometimes I like designing with that kind of a visual outline. So I've taken a wrong shot, so I'm just going to do it again because I was missing these payment things down here. And then, so now that we've seen the homepage looks like this. And then we need to also have these drop down menus that are very, these max styles of, menus. They really look nice. So they really look nice. Yeah, this kind of, amazing. So I'm just taking shots of how they look like. Accessories, okay. And then you have a profile. I think this is where you have to log in if you have an account. We have no account with these people, so I don't know what we'll do. Your connection needs to be verified. I'm sorry, I'm not going to verify anything there. So we'll go back to, okay, not there first. We'll come back. We are preparing everything. So I'm going to ChatGPT, and then I'm saying two things I'm going to do. I'm going to bring all those pictures that we've screenshot. I'm going to add them into ChatGPT. So all those photos that we just did screenshot right now, I'm going to bring them in ChatGPT, and then I'm going to tell ChatGPT to help me compose a prompt. Oh, I need to only upload 10 images. These are 14 images, so I'm going to really yeah, I think this is enough. So ChatGPT really has a limit. You can have that. So what are we doing here? Here is okay, imagine what's happening here. So it failed to upload the other images for some reason. Okay, imagine you are a full stack developer, working on an e-commerce system. Compose a try prompt with these images as reference for a clothing e-commerce store. Okay, so so now this is just a simple line. Of course, you can go into the details, give the technical things. This is what prompt engineering has, but I'm going to just leave it at that, so you can let ChatGPT really do something. I don't really have much to say about it, but let's see what it's giving us. So try prompt full clothing e-commerce web app with visual reference, system instruction, paste and tries. Okay, you are an expert, so from here the prompt will start from here. So the tech stack, the front end will be Next.js, app router, TypeScript, Tailwind CSS, Shad CNUI, and then state zoo stand. I don't know what that is, backend. So this is, and then you have the database, and then you have the, I really don't like Prisma, but because sometimes Prisma really it has a way of just frustrating. Anyway, we'll use it. And then you have auth, next auth, credentials, and Google. Storage will be S3 compatible with AWS or Supabase, for that is hosting. For product images, deployment, Vercel, front end, and Railway. So I think I'm not going to use Vercel, but yeah. So I don't want to change anything here right now. I will just, and then you have the core features to build, home UI. This is the step-by-step guide of how you can really come up with this system to be fully functional the way it's expected. So it's giving you the command that when you give an AI, this is now the prompt. You can imagine studying the prompt is looking at the 360 degrees of the entire project, address every single need that project needs to be fully functional, right? Look into everything that you can see, ensure that everything is fixed, ensure that you can have all those kind of things. So this is the e-commerce, and I'm going to just come and copy this and paste. So you are a full stack, and then so I'm going to go until here. Below this, usually you see a line here which has other recommendation. If you want, I can also produce second version optimized for Casa. I don't want for Casa, La Casa. So we copy this prompt, and then we go to try. We are in try right now, try, and then we want to ensure that we load all the images. You see those images that we had as screenshots. I want all those images loaded. I don't know whether they will really load, but I'm just trying to see if all of them will be loaded. Let's see, open. Only 5 images, so it's only taking 5 images. So okay, I'm just going to see which one I can pick. Of course, it's a 5. Okay, so I have 5 images loaded there, and then I'm going to paste the prompt that we just got from ChatGPT, the prompt with the image references, and then I'm going to run the code, run the command. So what happens here is, like any code editor that runs on AI, when you give it that information, it takes time to analyze everything and think, because it's an instruction. You've instructed it to create this file, you've instructed it to do this and that and that and that. So it has to really work around the clock to ensure that it delivers every technical point that you instructed it to work on. So right now you see, it is giving you real-time stages of where it has reached. The builder is thinking. And then when you see whatever it's thinking, it will automatically give you those kind of information. You know, we are this area, this area, this area, this area. We are creating. And then once it's really understood everything that you want, it's created that environment that you need to launch your stuff on, then it will start creating those folders and files. Those files will be having the code. You are not coding anything. You're just having an idea. The most important thing about these things is that AI is here to really promote people who have an idea that they are willing to convert it into an entrepreneurial entity. Yeah? Just think, have any idea in the world. The wildest idea you can have, think about it. It is possible. You can do it. You can launch that as a digital product, which, I mean, it's unlimited to your own imagination. However your ideation process goes, that solution is out there, and it's made very open that you can be able to really build it, and it's easy that you can be able to actually do something about it, right? Before, it was really costly, expensive. You had to hire people with multiple, not even multiple skills, multiple people with different skills. So you have a designer, you have a developer, you have a system admin, you have all those kind of people who are going to do these things. And then here you have an era whereby you have your idea and you have time. So, and then you have a little resources, just little resources like $15 a month, $10 a month. You put it on that system, and then you come up with your $1 billion, your $1 billion idea, and then you put it over there, and then you prompt it, and then it starts building the system for you. Whilst it's building, you are actually learning, because you are able to read exactly what it's doing. You can read, you can see that this code is representing this command is representing this is how I'm going to change all this. And if you don't understand, you simply ask, because how are you dealing with AI? We are dealing with AI in a friendly manner. It's like your peer, but with PhDs. Yeah, essentially this is it's a mountain of knowledge that you just have to sit down and start asking each question. You remember those times when if you've ever had a kid, or you've ever been with kids and who are very inquisitive, they're asking, always asking. So when you eat ice cream, how do you feel? Well, how do they make ice cream? How, those kind of questions, very inquisitive. That is how our minds are supposed to be when you're dealing with AI. Ask each and everything that you think, and you can see real time. The code is coming out. You see, everything that you said is going to create over here. Now you see the package.json file is over here. On the extreme left, you can see the folders that are being created. You can see there is a folder for app, the library folder. You can see all these JavaScript files that are being created over here. And while you can load, as you load, you see the interesting thing is it's even bringing brands, those brands with their logos. You can see here we have the files like star fill svg. This is a logo for star. That is it, that brand, that star thingy. We have Adidas, we have Asics, we have Cleanse, we have Kayano, we have Cleanse Black. All those are the brands that are there. And then you have the routes for the products. You have to route and you have to wire everything to ensure that it's actually working. And it's really interesting because now how long did just ask a system developer. We have how we were doing. Sometimes we had to really go and use GitHub communities, Discords, platforms. These platforms, you will now look at what other developers have done, their works, and then you can see, okay, this developer did this, how they arrived at this, okay, and then you start cloning their systems, and then you can be able to make changes. If you don't have the right to do that, then you just have to find other ways to arrive at that. So now we see that we've already done this. Now this is the first report. Let us see what you have over here. I'm not that excited, but still I'm excited because I'm still seeing there are some errors over here. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done. So we've done lots of things. Let's see what is here. The system says overview. Built a modern e-commerce system aligned with your screenshots. Cream background, clean product card, red cell badges, brand logo strip, just dropped, that's a category, right? And hot right now sections and horizontal review carousels. Stack, Next.js 14, that's the version, Uprooter, TypeScript tailwind is the tech stack that is there. lightweight shard CN style UI, Prisma for that, post SQL for the database. Next up with credentials from Google, Zastand, Stripe checkout, S3 compatible upload for Amazon or Superbase. Includes folders, structure, core components, API routes, Prisma schema, seed data, tailwind configuration, card state, authentication configuration, S3 uploader, and example assets. What is included? Project config. So these are the files that you will get. This is the readme section. Okay. So now that we are able to see here, and key code conference, so you can see that the code has already been developed. If you have been into coding for a while, what do you do now from here? You can just take this thing and continue working on it without even chatting with. But now we are dealing with a system that can really do better and faster, right? As we began, we just looked at some of the jobs that are going to be lost and why they're going to be lost. Not going, actually, they're being, being rendered, there is a lot of firing of people who are working, even there are no jobs in those areas nowadays. So we have all these sections set up, how you do the setup and everything. So I just want to proceed to the next level. I want to proceed to the next level and build the app and also preview how it looks on browser. Run everything for me. These are just basic commands or prompts that you're just giving because you've already reached that level of understanding. You already have the project, you have that system. So now you have to go to the next level whereby now you're communicating, you're now understanding each other. The environment is so friendly. Now you have the files. You need to see what you have, right? Technically, you can troubleshoot, you can be able to proceed on a different environment, but because we are here for the purposes of just this live stream and also creating awareness on how this system works, for that purpose, we really have to ensure that everything works and we show it out. We just give a nice preview for people to see and also learn from. So now you see in npm install, what is that command? That is the command that is allowing the system to really build, so you can be able to see it in the development environment. So that is what npm is. So these commands will be there and they will be usually appearing, and you have to keep running, accepting and approving. That's your job. Your job is to come up with the idea, see what is working. Do you like it? You don't like it? See how we can be able to really improve. Is it the design? What exactly don't you like about it? So those are some of the things that we have to look into as we continue building this system. Anyways, I want to thank you, everybody that is here. If you're here and you've been watching, you've been here with me since we started, I want to thank you. I want to appreciate your time, efforts, everything that you're giving in, just coming and sitting here with me and seeing what we are doing. We're just chatting, we're communicating with these systems. I want to appreciate you. I also wish to encourage you to challenge yourself and take advantage of these tools. The tools are there, they're available for you. You just have to spend a little bit on it. One interesting thing that I like about Try, unlike the other systems, the other editors, is, of Of course, it's cheap, number one. Number two, there is this pop-up sound that it usually gives you whenever it does something, a task, and it has completed that task. It usually, it's like an alarm. Doo-dum, doo-dum. So if, for example, you are building that system and then you engage, it will prompt you, because you prompted it to build, it will prompt you back that this is where we are, this is where we are, so you can be able to always stay alert. You can always be able to see the progress of the system. So that's some of the things that I like about this system, and really it's interesting, it's amazing, it's lovely, it's good. We have gotten those challenges with internet again. For some reason, this internet is misbehaving. It's misbehaving. If you can watch me, I'm happy and glad that you're here, and I want to urge you to take advantage of these systems. The system is Try. We're using Try as a complete AI tool to code this, and we are not coding ourselves. The AI agent is the one that is doing us. We are not doing any aspect of it, so everything is just running on its own. For us, we're just here to guide and give it the directions. I want this, I want that, I want changes over here, I want improvements on this, can you debug that, can you, those are the things that we are doing over here. And we have that kind of understanding. So when you started, I think I'm gonna sip something over here. Really, we are at an amazing time whereby we are experiencing these changes. Let me open preview so you can be able to see. Okay, if it has built anything, we will see it over here. If it hasn't built anything, we will also see it over here. Then we'll be able to ask what, so the good thing is it has built something. You can already see Kick Game is here. So I'm going to take this URL and then go to our browser so we can be able to see exactly what we have over there. We will go there and see. First of all, this is our eCommerce that we are copying from, right? Look at it. It's called Kick Game. And then this is the one build system. There is you can see cart, shop collection, search. You can see just dropped right now, hot right now. There is some very funny lines over here. I don't know where they're coming from, but we have added something there. Okay, reviews is here. So we still don't have much. And I feel like the design is still static. So this is one of the product. Which size do you want? 44. Okay, so let's say add the product. You see, it's still static. So we need to go to the next level, right? It will take time. That's why I say this live stream will be long, but it will be really worth your time. It's really worth your time sitting and watching, because it's really interesting how we're going to together. Go back to our code editor. Stabilize. So don't leave me here alone. Don't leave me, please. Don't leave me. You see, So we've already done that. You see, greatest brands have been added. I'm liking this, man. I'm liking this. It's already building it. Let's check. It's looking nice. Let's check out. So I have the here, and we have greatest brands here. We have just dropped, have hot right. Okay, yeah, I'm just having very poor internet. 7 Mbps, it's terrible. It's terrible, very terrible, terrible, molto terrible. But we have to be patient because it goes on, off, down. Yeah, it's picking up now, it's picking up. It's picking up. To resume to its glory days. Yeah. To resume. Sorry, I'm pausing a little bit because I know we're having that problem. Having that small problem. So we have, what are we missing over here? Let's check. Just dropped. Just dropped looks like this. I want just dropped products to fill the that section. So let's go here. Fill that section at the just dropped. Fill that section at the just dropped section with products. Now they are only, these are just product placeholders, by the way, so because there are only two, so these are just product placeholders. Now there are only 2 placeholders. So you can imagine what we are doing is exactly what somebody that is doing the sort of designing it on Figma, that's what they do. You have that design perspective that you have to approach this system. So when you have that in mind, now there are 2, oh sorry, let me switch so you can be able to see. So that mindset is a design mindset. You must think, you must be creative when you're designing these things, right? After that, then let me squeeze this so we can have a better look at things. Okay, so you see it's really looking nice, but I don't want it to have 2. I want it to have, now you see it's adding. Yeah, it has added a number of them. See, those sections are full. Now they are full. Let me see on the other side. Yes, now we are talking. Now we are talking. So hot right now is filled. Just dropped is also filled, but I still don't know what this thing is in the middle. Let me see what that thing is. Okay, that's section for product section. Okay, so now that we are here, I want us to go to the next level. It is adding. So you see, we've added just dropped spotlight. Can we add spotlight? I don't want this site to look so long. We already, so hot, hot right now. I don't want to put that hot right now because I don't want it. Maybe we go to popular categories. Popular categories. So I want us to go to these popular categories. So the popular categories look like this. Let me just show you what it looks like. This is the popular categories section. These sections are the ones I'm saying I don't need to put them like hot right now. These spotlights I don't want. And also on the system itself, there is this section. You see this section here. I don't know what this is, so I just need to get rid of it. So we have a system that we know exactly. And this reviews looks terrible, so we need to build that section as well. So what do you do next? You screenshot that area you don't want, put it in the code, and then tell the code editor, remove these things, okay? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just screenshotting this section. And then in the code editor, I'm going to bring it over there. Yeah, I don't know what these are. Remove them, please. So you tell it, get rid of that, it will go ahead and remove. It will go ahead and remove. And just so you can see real time, these are the parts that we are talking about. So let's see what is going to happen to them. Okay. So the system is really working great. Now we are happy with it. We really want to do more. We want to ensure that everything is working perfectly without any challenges. We're not facing any technical hitch. If you're here and you're seeing what we're doing, I want to thank you, and also just urge you to stay with us longer. Give us a comment. It helps a lot. It helps us improve the quality of content that we produce. It helps us to really think about the level of understanding. Maybe we're just wasting too much time. Now it's 1 hour and we've already done something. You can see we've built something, so we are still building. We are not stopping yet. We're still building. And I said we will build this thing until we finish. You see, we just took that reference and we are going to build it. We will redesign it. The layout is good. We are going to redesign in terms of the colors, in terms of everything that when you look at this thing. We will do a total rebrand of it. Total rebrand. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we are. And I want to urge everybody to really challenge themselves and take up the challenge and do something about it. Take up the challenge and do something about it. Yeah, that part, you see, it's gone. What we have is the products: Nike, Adidas, Asics, Cleans, Sukoni, I don't know what those things are, Timberland, yeah. Then you have this here. Okay. Now this below, I want to add reviews. So the review section, I'm going to add. Let's see how this review looks. we're using a hub here, which I've reviewed some time ago in this channel, and that hub sometimes and when it misbehaves, I end up, not having access to my hard drives, external disks. I end up not having access to my display screen or anything for that matter. So when I lose that, it really messes me up, and it's not a good thing. So yeah, that's what happened. But we are continuing nevertheless. We are still in it, we're not stopping. So I wanted to show you how the site now looks like, and this is how it looks like. So I'm just reloading. You see, this is how theirs looks like. Ours looks like this. We've added the footer. Let's see how the footer looks like. Amazing. It looks nice. But this customer section, I don't like how it looks like, so I'm just going to tell it to remove this, because anyways, we don't need it. It's either it shrinks this 10% thing to make it, make 4 columns. Now I'm seeing only 3 columns. So I want it to make 4 columns. These 4 columns are the ones that are going to enable us to have, a nice alignment. For the footer section, so I'm just going to go back here and then do this. For the footer section, make it have 4 columns instead of 3. Okay, so because when you have 4 columns, then we will not have this problem. Let me go back and show you the problem. The problem is that we have, this is 1 big, then 2, then 3, and then the 4th one is going down here. So I don't want that, because we have then a very big empty space here, which we don't really want to have that kind of an empty space. So what do we do then? We have to move this customer services section somewhere above here. And that means that these get 10% off will have to be shrunk a little bit, right? Shrink it so that you can be able to, yeah. So that's what we've seen, and we've seen totally it has already transformed. So we have that, get that, information, terms and conditions, and everything that is needed. We've already added it over there. When I'm looking at this website, again, what I'm learning is that it doesn't have these, the really sharp curved edges on image placeholders. So you see, this one is not really that much curved. Except for the hero section, the rest are not curved. And let me see how shop now looks like. Shop now looks like this. Oh, it's terrible. When you see shop now, it's opening like that. Let me see. Okay, so we go back to our system and then see. Oh, I didn't show you. I thought I was showing you. I hope now you're seeing. So the system looks like this, and really theirs looks like this, ours looks like this. So we have this 10% is now smaller, the information is now smaller. You see, we have 4 columns over there, and we have very nice spacing which you can play around with. And also what I like is that the curves that we are seeing over here, the moment you start putting images into these placeholders, then we'll realize how really beautiful this thing looks like. Now we have the review section. It's a slider, but it's not clickable, meaning that this thing is majorly just not dynamic, it's majorly static. So I want to see all these placeholders, So I want us to build the menu section, and this menu section should have the main menu, just the one that you see, and then when you hover on some of the categories, it builds the other pages underneath. So now we have different lines. So when you look at here, we have sneakers, bestseller, apparel, and accessories. So the three categories is only sneakers, apparels, and accessories. Those are the three main categories that they're having. The other categories is news, new arrivals, bestseller, and clearance. So everything that is within these three categories that is either in new arrivals, so you have a sneaker that is just arrived recently, then it will appear on both sneakers and the new arrivals. An apparel that is done, the same thing will happen. And then when you go inside the categories, you see apparels, you can be able to now select sneakers. Are they slides? Are they for women? Are they for kids? So you have to check which brands are they. Are they Jordan, Jordan, Adidas, Six, Nike, whatever. Accessories, apparels, are they denim tears? Are they, you see, all those categories. So I want us to build a menu that has that kind of a feature on it, and that's where we're going next. So we go back to try, and then we go to this section whereby we say now we want to build a dynamic menu section with category I. So the categories will be this. So I'm just going to copy there and come back. Of course you've not seen it, but these are the categories. You have the new arrivals, and then inside the sneakers, we are sneakers, apparel, and accessories. We need to have a mega menu with drop down section that houses other subcategories. Okay, and then refer to these images. So I'm going to upload those images that I'm saying this design should refer to. And remember, we had screenshot all the images that we wanted to build this. So I'm just going to take this as the thing. I've uploaded 2 images which has different categories. I think I should have taken 3 because we have 3. But I'm just going to put this one first and then see what happens. We need to wait and see what happens. Yeah, we need to wait and really see what's gonna happen. What's popping? Popcorns. So we have to wait and see what's the result that the code editor is going to bring to us today. And really, it's a system that has lots of wonders. It's a system that has a lot of information, lots of resources. So when you look at this, remember the first time when we were, not the first time, today when we were doing this stream, when we started, we mentioned a number of jobs that are at higher risk of being rendered useless. You know, if you're in those positions, then you are likely to be rendered redundant. You know, you are likely to lose your job in those categories unless you have these latest skills. If you are in creative content creation, you need to have creative strategy, content strategy as a skill. If you are in those other fields that you just you need to have these kinds of skills. Add them in your day-to-day activities, day-to-day, knowledge. You need to learn that. So, and you need to have a way to convert those skills to monetization. And that's one of the reasons we are doing these things, because the more we speak about this, then we are actually getting more time to do research, and we're expanding our knowledge and experiences with AI environment. So some of the skills that are very redundant, is it's not AI redundant, that we need to master. AI assistant content strategist is content strategist. If you are creating content just by taking a camera and putting in front of you and dancing like you're in TikTok, then there are high chances you're going to face challenges, right? You are going to face lots and lots of challenges, tribulations, yeah? So, okay, we have our... I don't know, man, how I should express my happiness here. Let me show you how it looks like. I can only show you my happiness, because sometimes, when somebody speaks about these things, you think that it's rumor mongering until you see it right in front of your eyes, until you see what they're actually doing, until you see practically how it's actually working. Then you can believe. Human beings believe by seeing. When you believe by hearing, it's rumors. Sometimes only spiritual matters you can believe by hearing. But if you talk about transformation and economies and technology, people believe by seeing. That's why I'm showing you this. We just coded it right now. So you see, new arrivals, bestseller, sneakers. Under sneakers, we have sneakers, lights, women. And all these are pages which are clickable. Unfortunately, they are clickable but are blank, have nothing in it. So sneakers, you see 44 because it's just a blank page. What does that mean? It means that is a page that you can then put content in it. 44 error means that page is missing, right? But there is a URL that is directing us there. So it means that is a section that's already been created for you to now try or your code editor to work on it. These are the category. Yeezys, Cleans, Nike. Look, similar to this. Similar. Sneakers, you see? Easy. So how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to go to those minor, everything copying on it. So you have this. I think the difference is the mega menu here is full page and ours is not full page. So I'm going to request our code editor to stretch the menu, is it horizontally, to be full page. So let me go back where we call it try. Kindly, can you kindly stretch or fit, not stretch, fit the mega menu horizontally to be full page. Anyway, so we do that and then we wait for it to go through the system, and then we see, of course, let's see real time what's happening, what exactly is happening. We have to see. Yeah, we must see. We must see. We have to see. We have to see. We. French people, how do you say we? How do you say yes? Say we. Okay, now it has already been fitted horizontally. It's, I don't think it's not, because this one is still going outside. So I want it to be like fitted, centered, and fitted horizontally. So let's see, it's not that. I want it centered and fitted horizontally, full page. So I'm just saying, you see, I want it what the previous command that I said, which is the drop down mega menu. That's what I'm saying. I want that to be fitted, and when you fit it, then we can be able to see what's next. Yeah, it's what's next. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. Yes, that's what's about to go down. Yes, that's crazy. Let's see. Where is it? Let us see. Okay, let's check together any changes that we have. I'm gonna check, where is that thing? Where is that thing? It's in the browser. Okay. So still we're having that issue. It's now hallucinating. I see it is centered, but it is hiding. You see, this one is hiding, so it's still not giving us that there is a slight misunderstanding, because now some elements of the mega menu are hidden. All I want is it to be fitted horizontally, full page as seen here in this image. So always, if it doesn't get the point, refer it to the image. Always give it a point of reference. Always give it a point of reference, because if you miss that, then you are going to have a challenge. Really, you'll have a challenge. You'll have a challenge, and you might not be able to really overcome that challenge. The challenge is there, and you have to see how you can overcome that challenge. So let me run this command. Now we are around 2 hours, 15 minutes to 2 hours. 15 minutes to 2 hours. I hope you've been able to see something that we're building, and you're learning something, because at the end of the day, if you don't learn anything from these prompts that you are doing, then it's just a waste of time for the technology. The technology is there for everybody to use. There's no privileges that these people, it is for the selected few. It is for everybody, for as long as you have that interest and you're very inquisitive. If you lack that kind of mindset that pushes you to really be so curious about how people do certain things, then you're gonna miss out. Otherwise, you have to come and check just how the system is being built. Now we are building an e-commerce system. Before, we've built using this AI, strictly no coding. Everything is done by the system. I don't do any coding on those systems, not like before. I don't do any coding on those things. We just give it a command and we let it run with that command. Yeah. So you can see here, you give it the command and let it run with it, and then you just wait for the results. Now you see there's an error. So if you try to preview, you see there's an error here. The build has an error. So how do you fix this error? You simply copy that error the way it is, and then you just give it. You don't write anything, just give that error. It will go through the system, it will analyze that error, and it will give you a report, fix that error and give you a report. So it is analyzing right now. This is the stage. You give it information, it analyzes, finds a solution, fixes that solution, and gives you a report. Those are the stages that this system really go through. So as I was talking to you before, I was talking to you, giving you the types of jobs that really matters the most. When you look at AI powered video editor, you can look into it and see how amazing this technology is working. And you will be surprised, there is 1 billion followers summit. Let me show you. 1 billion followers summit. I think I'll go there. Oh, so I didn't even show you the screen. This is the error. So I just copied that. This is the error. I copied it and then placed it over here, and then it is now checking. You can see that this is the error that is being fixed. So we'll just go back and see the 1 billion followers. 1 billion followers. So just check 1 billion followers summit. 1 billion summit, I don't know. Yeah, followers summit. So it's this website. You come here, and this is what I'm talking to you about. How AI is changing things. Let's make kindness viral. Let's, the Mr. Who's, the Mr. Beast is doing lots of things there. But really, when you look at this, it's 54 days away from now. It's happening in 2026. If you're in content creation, this is one of the summits that you're supposed to be in. You have to really be in. I keep not forgetting to switch in. So when you come here, this summit, 1 billion follower summit, I'll be just focusing on one thing on this. There is the AI Film Award. When you come over here, and we talked about AI powered video editing. That is one of it. We have another part of it, whereby we have this award for making an AI film, submitting it, and you stand a chance of winning this. I know you're asking yourself, why am I not doing it? Yeah? So it gives you that kind of an opportunity to do that. How do you know that I've not done it? So you have to really challenge yourself. We don't do gatekeeping here. Apply online, submit, deadline, top shortlist, public voting, AI film premiere, final winner. You get that. Why am I showing you this? Is because right now, that is where we are going. AI is doing every single thing. It's fixing things. When you talk about AI in video editing, AI powered video editing. For example, we have multicam solutions. Can you edit multi-cameras using an AI system? You are using your Premiere, Final Cut, DaVinci, Avid Studio, or whatever system you're using to edit. There is an AI system integrated, AI technology integrated in it that you can be able to use and really propel your career to the next level. So that is there. Learn. There is Premiere, which has Firecut. Firecut is going to help you transcribe, add captions automatically. There is Opus Clip, which helps you have your video to be transcribed for social media posting. This is AI. All this is AI. So if you knew just the basic, can you imagine how to caption a video on Premiere or Final Cut used to take a 1-minute video? I've done it severally for like 3 years, more than 4 years. Every single day, you have to make 1 single minute video. And that video you're making is taking you not less than 4 hours. You scripted, you filmed, you edited. Editing takes you 4 hours. Writing the script maybe will take you 2 hours or 1 hour. A good script, right? And it has to go through those approval stages. I'm going to talk about content creation in a separate video. Really, I'll talk about it like so deep so that people can understand the concepts of content creation and storytelling. But here, how does AI help us improve how we build these things we're talking about here right now? Right? So when you look at this system, we have, now it's broken. It's even worse. It is worse. The alignment is terrible. So we just have to give it that out. The alignment is messed up and totally broken. The mega menu is terrible and broken. Go through it and rebuild it again. With the guide I provided earlier. So just be honest. Give it the comment that you want to give it. Be honest, right? Don't leave any comments out. So we'll talk about AI really in a different environment, in video editing in a different environment. For today, we're just focusing about this. We're focusing on this. And this system that we are seeing over here, we want to see really, is it working or is it a waste of time? We want to see, are we really doing something or we're just joking? Because some people think that this is a joke. It's not a joke, my friend. It's not a joke. This is not a joke. This is the reality. This is where the world is heading. It's already there. We're already there. We're not even headed anymore. We are already there. So if you're really thinking that you are on your own, if you're not using these systems, you are on your own. The tool is here to help us really do our work better, faster, more efficient. We are able to really do a lot of work and achieve a lot with this in mind. And just to let you know, if you're here, you've been watching since we started, I know you have learned something. It's not a waste of time sitting here for 2 hours and just, watching how we are doing this thing, how we are troubleshooting, how we are coming up with new solutions. So it's not even new, it's just practical solutions that are there. So there's nothing really difficult with this. Yeah, it's just an issue of, do you understand? Can you communicate? Yeah, how are you, those kind of things. So AI is building everything for us, and we are watching as it's building it for us. We are there watching and enjoying and learning from it as it's building, right? As everything is working, AI is building, and we are there just watching. You give it a code, it brings. You give it this code, it brings. You do something else, it brings, yeah, and you want. At the end of the day, that's what you want. We're not looking for anything else apart from this. Apart from this, we're not looking for anything else. The only thing we want. So yeah, let me continue from where we stopped. So in the browser, yes, finally we have it. You know, when you achieve something, that's, you know, it makes you happy. To be honest, when you achieve something, it makes you happy. You see how it is centered. Look, amazing, very professional, very simple. I love this. Look at how beautiful it is. Look at how clean, sleek, simple. Yeah, you don't even, amazing. I love this. Whoever came up with this technology, big up and thank you for coming up with this technology, because it's helping a lot. It's, you know, it's helping a lot. The good thing is that you're building using your visual output, visual input. So what you're seeing is what you're building. You're just seeing and you're rebuilding it. Seeing and you're rebuilding it, right? You're not like trying to do something that is not even there. You're just outputting what is already there. So that's why I really love this system. I honestly love this system that's the reason I love it. It's one of the main reasons I love this system, that it doesn't disappoint you. Yeah, it doesn't. And whenever you achieve this kind of small goals, it makes you really keep on enjoying this thing, and it makes you want to really do more. Yeah, so we're going to continue. We're going to continue shortly. We are going to continue just in a moment. I'm just checking something so I don't end up losing my site, you know, my trail of thought. Yeah, I don't want to lose it. I just want to stay focused. I'm searching something. For the careers, you know, if you are in that career and you really want to grow, always embrace new technology. Always embrace new technology, because I mean, it's the only way out for you to have job security. I don't know whether you've worked with people. You're working with people and they are really like so insecure in terms of you know, they are so insecure. They're like, I'm gonna lose my job. So for me, the only thing that can make me not lose this job is for me to be, you know, the snitch. I don't want to say anything worse than that, but I will be the one, like I'll be the eyes and ears of the owner of the company. I see you have that company doesn't belong to you. It doesn't say siya baba yako. So if you really want to grow, the only way for you to grow is to always upscale your skills. Always look at how you can be able to upgrade your skills Every single time you want to grow, always look for the new technology out there. What is new out there? If you're, for example, in photography, what is the best camera that is out there? You're in graphic design, what are the trending graphic design elements that I'm supposed to use in my new projects? If you are, whichever field you are in, it doesn't matter. What matters is, are you inquisitive? Are you able to really brainstorm and come up with crazy ideas and implement those ideas? Are you that very, enclosed with, and you look like you're so much restricted with how you can accommodate new ideas? So if you really cannot accommodate new ideas, then you are limiting yourself. That's why we have people today who still think that AI is there to wait for them to approve it. No, AI is already going. It's beyond the roof. It's already, it's you to join the bandwagon. It's you to jump into the ship and sail. The ship already left. We say the train left the station. So if you don't jump on it right now, my friend, my brother, my sister, when the next generation will be talking about development, you are not going to understand any single thing. The same way, when you are talking about Facebook and Instagram, your grandfathers and grandmothers, I don't know how old you are, but they were not understanding, There are some people whom even video call, they were not understanding how people can communicate on video and see each other. That is technology. Yeah. They only understood that the best way that technology, the most innovative way technology can go is through mobile phone, where you can, but they couldn't even visualize having a mobile phone. You can see this is your brother or sister or relative from some distant location, and you are able to see them and you're able to communicate with them. They are like, how is this technology carrying? So the people will not understand, right? But now we're in that era where you can transform that. You can be part of it. And then you're still thinking that AI is there to wait for you. Jump on the bandwagon and let's continue. So components. So do I keep or delete? I don't know what you want, but I think it's still waiting. Okay. So I'm going to delete that so we can components. What is it deleting? I just I didn't read. I just said delete. I don't know what it's deleting, but I'm hoping it's not deleting this menu, because if it's deleting, I'm just going to tell it revert back to that. Whatever you deleted, bring it back. Wherever you took it, I don't know. Bring it back. I'm hoping it's just deleted something that is maybe dead code, some, those kind of things. But yeah. Anyway, let's read what is actually happening. Mega menu rebuild. Implemented a clean full width mega menu that matches your guide. Appears as horizontal panel directly below the nav bar. Left column shop by categories. With items and all button. Right area, multi-column shop by brands, groups with clear heading and sublinks. Okay, amazing. How it works: hover on sneakers, apparel and accessories. So when you hover there, then it opens up the mega menu. So you can see it practically. When I hover over this, oh, I keep forgetting to switch that thing. Okay, anyway, let me just go there so we can see. When I hover here, you can see. Yeah, so we have the left side, we have the shop categories, and then the right, shop brands, shop by brands. Anyway, let's go back and then show you what I was actually reading. This is what I was reading. The report from what? From that thingy. Okay. Now what do we need next? You've seen the site has already been designed. What is missing? What is missing is the next level. How can we go to the next level? How can we then improve this thing that we are seeing? We are seeing a system whereby we want to have a little bit of improvement in it, and the improvement is in terms of adding images, because now we're not seeing any images, we're not seeing any photos. So we want those photos added. We want once they're added, we want what else? Let me check here. We want this system to be manageable. Is it manageable? So we need a CMS system. We need a back end that we can be able to log in, and then when you log in, we are able to do what? We are able to add products, those categories that you're seeing. We want to be able to manage those categories. We want to have a situation whereby we are able to not only just manage the way you're looking at it, but put pictures. We need to have a dashboard in the back end, a dashboard for clients. So those are the two areas. Three. So we have the front, which is this landing page, and each of the pages, the sublink needs to be fed. Like each category, when you click inside that subcategory, you need to have all the content in that also fed with design and those kind of elements. So we need to do that, and that's where the job starts. But before we go there, I'm going to see that we build this section, which is, let's go back and see how it is, how it looks like, how it actually looks like, and compare with where we want it to. This is how it actually looks like, and then compare it with this. Compare it with Kick Game. So Kick Game has their logo centered. I think the header is just that navbar is centered, but for us, our logo is towards the left. And do we have a search bar? We have search over here. So what we want is we need to have a sticky menu, okay? Because when you look here, this Kick Game has, no, they don't even have a sticky menu. Yeah, they have a sticky menu, but it keeps disappearing anyway. So we want to have a sticky menu. We need to have it as soon as possible. So let's go back here and let's do this. Switch over there. So enable sticky menu. Enable sticky menu when scrolling down. So enable sticky menu when scrolling down. So when I'm scrolling down, I want this menu with those items to always be there, because at any given time I might want to refer to, the client might want to refer to something there. So I want them to be always there, that they can be able to actually get a not again. Yeah, okay, it's just it happened. Not again. It's on and off its internet. Yes, salam. It's how many Mbps? Bear with me. We're learning and we're working. So we've done 2 hours. We are just remaining with a few minutes to end this live. So I'm really crossing my fingers and praying that we are not going to be frustrated by this internet. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm praying for, that it actually allows us to stream and finish this stream successfully without any challenge. That's the one. Let's see whether we have achieved that goal. Let's see whether we have achieved that goal. Have we really achieved the goal? It's kind of sticky and it goes away. Yeah, you see, it's there and then it goes away. And then it goes. So yeah, it comes and then goes. So I enable the sticky menu to be retained while scrolling down the entire site. So I just added that prompt, so I'm just requesting for it to ensure that it actually gets to be there throughout the site. Yes, so that is really amazing. It's really interesting that we've been able to build this site. It's just a preview. We've not even gone to the back end. Of course, there is a back end which is already built. That's why we have Prisma. You see Prisma, of course, it's red, but there is a backend, and there is even deployment files and guides that will enable us to be able to deploy this site safely without any challenges, right? But before that, we have to ensure that we have dashboard whereby this content can be managed, right? And that's what we're going to do shortly. But before, there are some minor things that I usually like fixing, so that whenever I'm doing these systems, I feel like we're on the same page. Okay. Yes, now we are okay. You see the menus there, permanently there. You see, whether it's scrolling down, and then when you come up, you see, it will be there. So let me go back to the browser. Oh, I wasn't showing you. Yeah. So let me just show you the browser. So you see, it's there. It is there. But now what we have lost is the logo. So we don't have, now we have this, but now we've lost the logo. So I need the logo placeholder with the top bar that was there for searching those things. So great. But now we have lost the logo section with the other elements that were there before. So when you do that, it will go through the system and check and then bring it back. So in short, that's what we've requested. Go fix this, and it's going to fix it. That's what we've requested. So it's now checking through the code and searching and ensuring that everything is actually going to be implemented. So I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention at this section. And forget about the snap. This section, and just above this. You see? Search, account, cut, and then you have our menu. Okay, let's see. You see, it is retained consistently. It doesn't go away. Okay. Let's preview on the main browser so we see how it looks like. Yeah, our logo is there and our system is there. It's actually much better. But now there's a problem. You can see that the hero section is now kind of cut off a little bit. Now I'm not going to talk about it right now. We'll fix it in a few minutes, inshallah. But now what we need to look is how can we build the back end and how can we wire the CMS system with the dashboard to be able to connect with, whereby we can be able to manage the stock with those APIs and wire it, and then do it this. And then you can also have the cart configuration. You can have product description. You can have all those. We want to do that right now. So let's do this now. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Now we want a back end CMS section built with admin with login credentials, for administrators, managers, and for administrators, the rest and other users, for administrators and users, including clients dashboard. These will be wired to the front end so the products can be properly tracked, managed. Of course, there are some people who use different systems, right? There are others who use systems with APIs to integrate. So there's a back-end CMS with another advanced ERP system that can be able to really have stock management. So whenever an invoice is issued, it tracks and updates. Whenever somebody buys online, it tracks and updates. So that is another thing. But here we want to build it in this system. We don't have any third party that is going to do that for us. So let's proceed. We've just given that prompt, and then we are going to wait for it to go through and fix it. Yeah, the prompt, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting to switch. So the prompt is here. Perfect. Now we want a backend CMS section built with login credentials for administrators and users, including clients dashboard. This will be wired to the front end so the products can be properly managed. So that is what we've requested it to do, and that's what we're waiting for it to do. So this is what it's doing. Add auth callbacks and middleware to protect admin authentication. Create admin layout and products management page. Add sign in page with credentials form. Credentials form. Add client's account dashboard page. Seed admin user with admin role. So you can see these are the key points that it's going to do, and as it's doing, it's actually creating the pages over here. The code is being built over here. The files are being built over here, not anywhere else. Everything is being built and added in that real time. We are not coding, it's the system that is coding for us. It's the AI agent. Okay, so once we do this, now we'll be able to see how the dashboard looks like, the back-end dashboard. Then we will log into it, the credentials that the system will provide for us. When we log into it, we will be able to see what can we manage. If we see like the products are having issues, then we will be able to see exactly where the issues are and then fix them. If they are not fixable, we just ask the system to check. I'm seeing there's some 3 errors. These errors, you can see net image related errors, because when you see here, these are thumbnail images. So it is trying to load an image from that section here, but it's not loading. That's why you have these errors. Some of them is an issue with the layout, which you can see, but really they are not affecting the functionality of the site, but we can always look into it. If in case they affect, we will find a way to fix it before even we deploy. Right now the thing is that it is in development environment. When it's in development environment, you have all the flexibility, time, and all privileges to ensure that everything works before you give it on product, you deploy it for production, before the environment shifts from development to production. So you have all that flexibility. If you're joining me right now, I want to thank you so much, and I want to welcome and I want to appreciate your time for joining and coming in to watch this live. We've been here for the past 2 hours and almost 30 minutes, and these 2 hours 30 minutes we've been streaming. This is an additional purpose e-commerce site that you're building. It's a clothing brand that we've gotten ideas from, just the inspiration, random inspiration from Kick Game, where we've gone there and we've just used all the UI that are there, screenshot, put it over in build, and Try is actually rebuilding that site for us. Of course, there are some components which we are not going to include because we don't want the site to be so long. We want it to be very simple to direct and able to convert clients. So when they come, they see, they like, and then they buy. So that's the main thing of having an e-commerce system. If you cannot convert people to buy there, then you're doing a terrible job, and that's why we don't want to do a terrible job. We want to do better. And something better means that you have to really see exactly what's happening, how interactive can it be, what AI elements can we add, what can we remove. So these are the things that we are always looking at. So the system is working perfectly without any challenges. It's working. It is working. It is working. I'm seeing. Yeah. See, this is a slider. This is an image. Oh, let me show you so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is an image slider, but I don't know why I have to physically slide it. We need to put those commands for automatic slide, so it can be able to just slide on its own. Now it's not sliding on its own. It's I don't like this part. This two should have gone, so we can be able to. Also here we don't have proper balancing because of how the name is. I think they wanted to put a logo. Not they. We wanted to put a logo, but for some reason we didn't put a logo. We ended up just this is AI. But the good thing is that once you do this, you are able to then make changes from every single thing that is here. You are able to change. You are able to change the UI, the color, the everything. You are able to do that. Yeah, and that's what we want. We want the ability to fully customize. We want that ability. So what do we have over here? We've gotten, okay, CMS and dashboard, added secure, admin dashboard, So we have this. I'm going to use this as the admin and whatever password. So let's just use this browser here. Log in. Then we see whether it's actually created. The page is not there. This page is not there. The page is not there. Okay, let me see. sorry. Please, brother, don't hallucinate on me. Give me that page. So let's see. Okay. Local, okay, not login, it is sign in. Sign in. Did I write correctly? Okay. We have that page for signing in. So when you check our URL over here, and let's go to the browser. Our browser over here, and then we check this. We have the sign in. You see, it's amazing, very beautiful, right? Very beautiful. And then it's actually simple. You can also use Google to sign in, but we've not, of course, we've not configured it yet, so you cannot use it. So I'm going to go back and copy the credentials. Where are the credentials? Admin. I'm going to come back over here. Admin at store.test. Admin at store.test. And then the password is password 123. Okay, sign in. Let's see. Oh, let me copy this and paste it on the browser where you can be able to see. Now I'm using the other browser, so okay. Okay, it is having a local host error. So I think we've started having that Prisma error. Prisma has started frustrating us. So we're having an error. So this is now what we are going to start facing. This, until we fix this, we will stay here for a bit. When I said Prisma has issues, you know, Prisma really has issues because it hasn't built anything yet. It's still in the red. So when using those credentials provided, I am encountering this error. So when you do that, you are going to let it go through the entire thing and analyze and find a solution. A solution that is viable, a solution that is actually making sense. So that's what we want, and that's what we are actually looking for. So it's in the process, thought process, it's mission done. Files read. Files need review. Let's wait for that review. We're waiting for the review. Okay. We are waiting for the review. For the review. So you see, what we've done so far is build a website that is actually working. The website that is working. What you're having here is an issue with build. The build here, that's why we are having this localhost error, because we don't have a build for it. Now I need to apply the schema and the seed Prisma. I see this Prisma. Can you? So I just want it to safely do it for me. Do you mind running the Prisma commands for me to have a proper working system? Let's see. You're seeing how we are just basically you're communicating. This is your friend. This is your colleague. He's your workmate. He's your agent. You just do this, please. What is the problem? Okay, fix this. Okay, that's how you're dealing with this agent, and the agent is called Try. It's one of the AI agents that we use to build websites, web applications. So now you see it's telling me you need to run this. Let's run. You have to allow it to run those commands. If you don't allow it, it will not do anything. You must allow it. Now it's running those commands, and then you're seeing exactly, you're going to see exactly what's going to happen. So terminal is doing that. There's another command, add npm prisma, and I'm hoping that by the time it does all these red components over here for prisma will have disappeared. That's what I'm hoping. But hope is not a strategy, as you always know. So we always need to think about certain things that are happening. Sorry, I'm coming in a few minutes. So, sorry, had a technical issue that had to be fixed before anything else. Otherwise, we maybe would be offline in just a few minutes. So, let's see what's happening over here. Can you reload this? Reload. It's not working. Still not working. Prisma, what's wrong with this Prisma file? Prisma, okay. This TypeScript file is having an issue. Accepts. It's because of this. Only that one line is having an issue. Library, TypeScript, accept. This by crypt, whatever. Accept a version. Okay. Let's see what's going to happen. Where is that thingy for the browser? Where is that thing? Okay, we're still having this error. Apply schema. Okay, rerun commands. Okay, let me do this so we can be able to see. So I'm just going to copy that and then paste it over here for it to do for me those recommendations it's giving me. I'm giving it back, so it can be able to just fix it. I'm giving it back so it can see that, yeah, because it's the one which is doing this job, not me. Not me. It is the one, the system. So as it does that, we just continue. We are at how many minutes? 2 hours 37 minutes. Thank you guys for being with me all that time. Like about 3 hours, almost like the previous time we did that, 3 hours and something. Oh man. You know, it's interesting just to sit and chat with a system that is actually building a system. Yeah, you're chatting with a system that is building this system. Yeah, and this system is actually going to work because it has worked before. So there is no reason for it not to work this time around. There is absolutely no reason for it not to work. It must work. And work it must. It must work, and work it must.